Welcome to Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, the big butch manly pop culture podcast that knows how to handle a really big lizard. I'm Andrew Wheeler.
And I'm Shane Holland.
And what are you wearing today, Shane?
I am just, wearing something casual, something that reminded me of Breaker of Chains, Stormborn, Iron Throne-esque, I don't know.
Yes, it's true. We're back in Westeros talking about hot men once again.
Yay!
Long-time listeners, watchers, viewers, readers will know that we covered the Game of Thrones Hunks en masse around the time of the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Now it's the end of season 3 of House of the Dragon. We have not seen the final episode, so we can't talk about that, but we might talk about other spoilers from the show as we discuss the hot D of H.O.T. We are tier ranking the Hunks in actor form of House of the Dragon.
Right. Yes, because so many of these people play hideous, grotesque versions of themselves on these dragon shows that I think it stands to reason that we have to see what they look like out of drag.
Honestly, it's shocking how hot some of these men are when I just cannot find them attractive on the show at all.
Honestly, those blonde wigs just do such a disservice to so many people.
Yeah.
The only person it's working for is Emma Darcy. Honestly.
Yes. And the evil twink in Night of the Seven Kingdoms, he had the short white, and probably not a wig at all, probably just treated his hair because he's young and he can do that.
God, I did that
he really
a few
carried
years
off the platinum.
ago, and I'm more bald than I've ever been.
That's what happened to me. Okay. There are 5 tiers.
Yes, sorry.
The top tier, Valeryon Steel. Second tier, Dragonglass. The B tier, Red Iron. The C tier is Bronze. And the bottom tier, which we try not to put people in because we are talking about their looks, is Rock. It used to be Lead. It's now Rock.
Okay. I like it. And I think to that point, like if this person lands in the Rock tier, we are starting at a high bar. These are all beautiful men, and it just means that you're not for us, but you are for someone. There's someone for everyone. Let's say that. Also worth acknowledging, when we did the Game of Thrones All Hunks, Omni-Hunk version, I think only 2 actors from House of the Dragon made it in. Partly that's because we hadn't seen season 3, and actually season 3 has been better eye candy. Oh, yeah.
But also, I think, we hadn't seen these men present themselves particularly well, but doing it based on actors rather than how they appear as the characters, even though we weren't judging them as the characters. It's complicated. I'm still talking. I don't know why. Look,
let's get into
this. It was different then, it's different now.
It was a different time.
It was a different
3 months ago.
We were young. We'll start with Ewan Mitchell, who plays Aemon.
One of the people I find hardest to look at on the show is surprisingly beautiful. Like in a almost twink fashion. Dare I say twunk? Twas.
He's a twas.
I would say Red Iron, like solid for me.
Yeah, I think he's very pretty in real life, and I'm always slightly alarmed by it. But pretty boys aren't typically my thing. So I'm happy to put him in Red Iron. I think he's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Just not necessarily for moi. And much more attractive than his character.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of being more attractive than his character, it would be hard not to be Matthew Needham, who plays Laris.
Wow. I mean, this is a transformation. This is like before and after drag, if it were the reverse. Yeah, wow. What a beautiful facial structure. Those gray eyes are kind of enchanting with that dark hair and the light-colored beard.
It's a bronze for me just because I'm not feeling it particularly, but I do see that he's a very handsome man. And in a different role, I think he could be made to be stunning.
I'm going to agree with you.
This is the most shocking, honestly, transformation because all they changed was his hair color. And this is a whole other set of feelings for me. Kieran Bew as Hugh Hammer.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's that's some Aragorn shit.
Oh, my God. I never bought. Honestly, this is my type of man. This might be Valeryon Steel, right off the bat. I would, okay, I'll say I'm happy to start him in the Dragon class tier, but I think he could be pushed up higher.
He can push me up higher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, high Dragonstone, low Valyrian Steel. We'll put him there for now.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm shocked. I'm almost
I was
speechless.
shocked when I was gathering all the intel for this episode, and I was like, well, that's not right. I've never seen this man before in my life. And I do think Hugh Hammer is kind of like hunky sexy.
Yeah, I do too.
But this is a league away from that.
Totally different. That's not the same man.
Yeah.
God, Aragorn, you're right. Like, if Viggo Mortensen hadn't been available.
Yeah. Jefferson Hall, who plays both Jason and Tyland, the twins.
Just gonna say, didn't quite realize that they were twins. I forgot about Jason. So it's been a while. Usually, and that's an ominous start to the sentence, I'm into a blonde man with blue eyes. I mean, who isn't, right? That's something I have to unpack with my therapist. This is a bronze for me.
Yeah, I think he's more handsome here than he is in the show.
Yeah.
The big beard doesn't necessarily benefit him. But that's just a handsome man, Maury. Like, that's all that is.
Yeah, which honestly, that's kind of... God, gonna get me in trouble. That's kind of what most blondes are. You're just a handsome man.
It's what most actors are. Like, that's what we mean when we're starting from a higher bar. Like, to be an actor, you kind of have to be a gorgeous, charismatic person.
Yeah.
We're just filtering out the tens here. Speaking of, James Norton as Ormond, a real serious gap between loveliness of the actor and loathsomeness of the character.
God, what does this say about me? I am so into the character of Ormond Hightower. I know it's bad, but that is like anytime he's on screen, I'm like, here we go.
I mean, he's a great entertainment. Anytime he's on screen, it's like, oh, this is going to be fun, but probably awful.
Yeah. But I am also turned on when he's on screen. I don't know. There's just something about that, like, purely unadulterated evil emanating from his every word that I'm just like, yes, girl, fucking get it. So that's Valyrian still for me.
This is, I'm going to bump it down to Dragonglass.
Okay.
You need to be controlled. But James Norton, lovely, very handsome, has played some other evil a-holes like Happy Valley, an incredible performance from him in that. He was in the Bond conversation for a while.
Of course he was.
But is fully out of it now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And playing Ormond Hightower, I think, has given him a huge boost, and I think we'll see a lot more of James Norton stateside, basically.
Good, I'm glad. I absolutely love the actor. Like, he just does such incredible work on that show.
Yeah.
The
he's
greatest
having a great
edition.
time.
He's absolutely chewing every scene and stealing the series for me.
And it feels like the scene where he's naked in the bath and we get a close-up of his butt, feels like the actor was just like, could we do this, maybe? I'm very proud of my butt.
It's the way that he gets out of that bathtub in that scene and stands there butt-ass naked in front of everyone and doesn't give a single care in the world. Like, it's a power move. And look, I own this for a reason. You know? Like...
In case we have to take you outside to
hose me down.
Your shots.
Oh, yeah.
It's just not ethical to use just a collar anymore. You have to have a harness.
Oh, I have the collar.
All right. Speaking of the culture, Freddie Fox as Gwaine. You are caught up, by the way, on episode 8.
Yes, I am. What an incredible reveal. I don't know. Had it been discussed before?
Not really. No. Like, Freddie Fox always has a vibe of queerness, and as we said before, he identifies as a person who does not label himself. Love that for him.
We love to see that.
And he has played queer roles many times over, and I have loved him in every role I've ever seen him in. I just love Freddie Fox. I don't know. He's great.
He's so captivating, and he is able to switch from snarling little twat to precious little beast, like, in an instant. The way that Gwaine was like, that is not Aryan Baratheon, I would know because of his hair. I was like, ah!
Like, what we do as queer men is so important.
He saved that boy's life.
He did. That boy is Zelda, in the Zelda movie. So you gotta keep him alive.
Okay, first of all, that boy is Link in the Zelda movie.
Yeah,
Unless that boy is Zelda, in which case...
They're all called Zelda in Zelda. It's the name of the planet.
On the planet Zelda, the Princess Zelda needed to be rescued by the young boy Zelda from the evil
That's
Zelda.
right. Get in the comments if I'm wrong.
Don't ask for that. There are a lot of vicious Zelda fans out there. Freddie Fox. What a fox.
Yes. Love.
This is high on the list for me. I think it's
Dragonglass to put you out of your misery.
Thank you. I'm just trying to decide, like, is he above James Norton? Is he above Hugh?
The thing with Freddie Fox is it's not even like lustful feelings. I just love him. Like,
but there is a sexual vibe about him. Like, he gives off like kissable lip energy.
And I want him to be one of the most successful people in Hollywood. I just think he has great vibes, great everything. He's gorgeous.
Great range.
It's just not like, let's just be great friends, Freddie, because I support you. I'll be your wife. I just don't know if I want to be your F-buddy,
Okay, I will take both.
Is this complicated?
This was supposed to be a short one. Who's next?
Next, Matt Smith, the Doctor himself as Damon.
Absolutely love Matt Smith on this show. He's giving, I think, one of the most grounded performances in a show about dragons.
Yeah.
I don't think Matt Smith has ever been for me. And no. I'm going to say Rock. It's just not for me. He's just not for me. I think he's beautiful. I think he's very talented. But in terms of what I'm looking for in a husband, in a sexual partner, in a best friend that I also invite back up to my bedroom, it's not going to be Matt Smith.
Yeah, I remember when he was cast as the Doctor and, he was a total unknown to that point. And a friend online was complaining, oh, I see how it is now. Doctor Who, they're just going to cast a pretty boy as the lead character. And I'm like, no. Like, men look at him and think all of those cheekbones make him gorgeous. Women look at him and think, that's a weird-looking man. I think he's gorgeous. And the gays look at him and think,
he's one of us. Yeah. He's weird and gorgeous and weird. Flawed. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't think we see him as a sex symbol in the gay community. But hey, he's great. We love him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But he's probably used to being, like, A, an incredibly charismatic oddball, and B, not held up as aesthetic perfection.
And same, what could be more relatable than being Matt Smith?
Really, that's how it is for all of us. Next up, we are heading into the Valeryon family, both official and unofficial.
Mm-hmm.
One of these men I think is stunningly gorgeous. Let's see where we fall on the Hull boys. Clinton Liberty as Adam of Hull.
Love the character of Adam. And I think Clinton does an amazing job. I also kind of just love that name, Clinton.
Clinton Liberty, that's a great name.
Honestly, I think he's a very beautiful man. I would say Red Iron for me, but a high red iron. Like, I think he's pretty. I think he's very pretty.
He actually almost does look better with the white dreads. Like, his wig is one of the better ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about him. He looks a little untouchable without the white dreads, honestly. Yeah. He looks sort of like like he's above sex in this picture.
Honestly, he's giving model.
Yes.
And models, and not to paint everyone with a brush, but I feel like models are almost like sexless in a certain way. They may be selling sex, they may be selling body, but they're also, like you said, untouchable. So yeah, he's very pretty, but in like keep him in the case that you bought him in kind of pretty.
Yeah. Abubakar Salim as Alan of Hull. That's a man. That's a whole ass man.
That's a lot of man. The facial structure, those eyes.
Mm-hmm. Alan is extremely hot on the show and not that problematic, right? So,
right? Well, everyone's a little problematic in that show.
Everyone's a little problematic on the show, but yeah, Alan seems one of the more likable hunks on the show, and That gets him. I think he's a Valeryon Steel for me.
I think I'm agreed. I absolutely agree with you. He's just so, like rock solid.
Humble hot.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. He could be the hand of my queen anytime.
He has that wonderful scene that's so sexy in that last episode we watched too, where he's in the basement with some woman.
His sister, his cousin? I don't know.
It's so hard to say. And I don't know, there was just a sexual tension in that entire scene running throughout, because I think he's shirtless throughout it. It's like, damn.
And now the daddy of all daddies, Steve Toussaint as Corlys Valeryon.
I mean, that, again, this is another wonderful looking man. That gray beard is just so fabulous.
He looks much better gray hair rather than the gray up there.
Yes, absolutely. It makes him look more human.
Yeah.
And less like a English teacher I once had.
He's daddy.
He is daddy. This could be a Dragonglass kind of man for me. Maybe a red iron.
Red iron, but should we say
a high red
iron?
iron? Yeah, that works.
Son doesn't want to be moved. Okay.
No.
Harry Collett as Jaceres?
Jaceres. Jace.
The model of the show, basically. The guy who died so beautifully that they could have put his final sequence in like a modeling portfolio.
Yeah, what a devastating way to start the season, by the way, because we were all rooting for you, Jace. Again, this is a model and a little untouchable for me. Also, very young. Very young.
He's young. He's beautiful. He's going to continue
22?
to do many great things. Yeah, I would think something like that. Yeah, he's pretty to look at. I think Red Iron is a fine place for him.
Absolutely.
Tom Bennett, Ulf.
This is both Hugh Hammer and Ulf are shocking.
Yeah, they've both been made to look way less attractive than they are. It's a tough life being a Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I mean, it's made did they give him false teeth for the show?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Because he has a wooden-looking mouth, and and that does not seem to be the case in reality.
I mean, I don't have a picture of him with his lips parted.
Okay, maybe he did get a set of wooden falsies.
Maybe.
Sometimes it sorts itself. This, I do actually think he might be a bronze. Shocking transformation, but he's a man.
I'm going to say...
Yeah, that is the order of operations here.
Yeah, he's a man. But he is much more handsome than his character, and I think that's a nice thing to know about yourself.
Yeah. God, are we awful?
Tommy Flanagan as Roderick. Yes, the scar is real.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, you could guess. I don't know how he got that scar, but I think my guess is probably accurate. I think it involved drinking, and
yeah. Striking. What a choice of facial hair with that hair on top of his head.
Honestly, makes him look like sort of the Wario to Alan Cumming, you know?
Yes! Oh my god. Very evil. What show would he host?
Oh my god. The Besties.
You've thought about this, I see. Ooh, is he a rock?
I mean, are we leaving Matt Smith on his own at the bottom there? Do we want to...
no.
This is another he's a striking, handsome man. I would be flattered if he bought me a drink, but he's not for me.
And he's not for me. And look, I like daddies as much as the next guy, but this just, he's just not for me.
The scar is terrifying.
Yeah.
Tom Glyn Carney, who definitely looks better than he does on the show because they've melted his face off on the show.
Yes.
Aegon, the king.
Another absolute, contemptuous, shite human being of a character.
Yeah.
And you can tell that is not who he is as a human being, which is nice.
Yes.
He actually looks...
earrings.
Those do appear to be one earring.
One earring. We love that.
We love that.
He's very pretty.
He's very
and
pretty.
so much, so different from how he seems on the show. He's having a great season of the show. We haven't watched, we haven't watched the last episode. We don't know what happens, but I'm loving this season. It's been a really great time, and he's been one of the highlights of the season, I think.
100%. Like, so fascinating to watch his story. This whole, like, regaining glory that he may never have had storyline is really brilliant. I mean, this is pretty in a different way. This is like, you could run into him on the street pretty. This might be that's my way of saying he might be a Dragonglass for me. Like a low end of the Dragonglass scale, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm really interested to see what he does in the future because I'm very impressed with him as an actor. But of course, the show doesn't invite you to think of him as sexy. And now I'm like, well, okay, maybe let's see what else he can do. Let's cast him in a Marvel movie and get his shirt off.
I just really hope that this doesn't ruin him the way it ruined poor Joffrey Baratheon.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, that kid was amazing in that show. Bless me, I can't remember his name. And he decided to get out of acting because of how traumatic that experience was. And
He's back, though. He did have that terrible... Yeah, he quit to be, to get his master's or his BA or something. Like, he went to school. But he's back acting. He was cast in something recently, and he was in The Sandman opposite Dear Freddie Fox. So, yeah, he has thankfully got over his trauma.
That's Jack Gleason. Good to hear. Jack Gleason. Oh, my God. How could I forget? Yeah, that's really good to know, actually.
Yeah. Okay, anything we want to reorder before we slot our final boy into place?
Well,
Does this happen?
I think it happens. Like, when I look at this group of men, he stands out so much.
He really does. These other ones I'm pretty fine with, I think.
Yeah.
They all make sense to me.
They all make sense. This last one isn't even a conversation, is it? Like the whole world has figured out our game here, and we were just early adopters. We knew from episode 1 that this man here, Fabian Frankel, is Valeryon Steel. He has come up in conversations we've had about casting James Bond.
Yeah.
He is becoming one of the hottest actors, as in most wanted actors, because look at that face, that head of hair, that certainty and swagger and BDE that this man has.
He's gorgeous. He's stunningly gorgeous. He's impossibly handsome. He would look the part for Bond, certainly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of the internet, the entire internet hates Kristen Cole, and with good reason. But there are those of us like Gwaine who are like, I could fix him. It's a terrible instinct, but my God, men this pretty do not come around very often.
Yeah, that's a wonderfully hot man right there. Before we close this out, I'm just going to surprise this on you, but I feel like we need to talk about Emma Darcy, our non-binary reigning monarch. Emma Darcy is fucking hot, and I feel like should be a part of this conversation. And I dare all of you to look at their Instagram and tell me that is a sexy ass motherfucker right there. Like, that person pulls off glam, feminine drama dresses to fedora and suit and tie and masculine, from the silver age of cinema kind of vibes. Emma Darcy is an absolute catch, and if I were to rate Emma Darcy on this scale, I would say they are also in the Valeryon Steel category.
I think that's very accurate. Yeah, no, Emma Darcy is incredibly striking, and love their performance.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the vulnerability and yet steel. Incredible. It never occurs to me to do non-binary people because there are so few of them, but we could do a non-binary Hunks tier list, probably. There's enough of them in the world.
I'm totally
not in the world, in the world of entertainment. You know?
Yes. Yeah. We have enough of them. Thank you very much.
Not just going to go around the streets taking pictures. Are you non-binary? Okay. That would be weird. None of this is weird.
Nope. This is perfectly normal behavior for two grown-ass adult men.
Yeah, probably. Oh, Jack Leeson's been cast in Hercule, the Poirot prequel series. So
As Hercule?
no, that's sadly gone to someone else. But we don't know what he'll be playing.
Well, fabulous time doing this list with you. I always love rating a hunk, and particularly when they're all hunks to begin with.
It was, yeah, the bar is set very high here in Westeros. All right, if you enjoyed this episode, or if you hated it and want to pick a bone with us about any of our choices, if you want to tell us your choices, why not leave a like and a comment down below? You can also share this video in your group chat or your message boards. We would love to have as many people as possible enjoy what we're doing here at Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. And you can find this tier list on Tier Maker and do it yourself.
Yeah.
So let us know if that's something you decide to do.
Show us how wrong we were about Matt Smith.
Yeah, Matt Smith girlies, come for us. And I mean girlies of all genders. Come to put us in our place. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, kiss, kiss.
Bang, bang. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe to this channel. You can follow Kiss Kiss Bang Bang on Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Letterboxd at KKBBpod, or email us at kisskissbangbangpod@gmail.com.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is recorded in Toronto on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabeg, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples.